I say. This looks like Okage Shadow King. Why, it is! Love that game. So it's a good thing we're playing it. How did it get on my channel? Ha ha ha. I'd like to thank my childhood for introducing me to this game. And laugh at Foulmunction for being a big smelly idiot. It's okay, he's not watching. You can say what you want about him. And if he is watching, Foul, I hope you've learned to like this game. Because if you haven't, you're still a big smelly idiot, and the statement stands. Although, you're less of one, so that you're just enough of one that you don't call me out on it. That's how this works. Right, let's go beat up a young teenage girl. Maybe teenage. I actually don't know. And she's not telling. Meanwhile, wrestling with the camera. It is truly the most fun. Suppose some time could have been saved if I, actually went to the warp place, but whatever. Oh, for God's sakes. I'm going to have to practice that. But for now, let's just beat the crap out of various birds and scarecrows. If those crows are hanging out with the scarecrow, I gotta say, it's probably not the most effective scarecrow. Rosalind! Come now. You're better than Ari! For God's sakes, man. Thank you. That is more like it. Can't find good help these days, I swear. Yay. I like this game. This game's alright. Now you take a game, say, like Vermintide 2, 20 gigs of mediocrity and adequacy, as I like to call it, even though I have not played it nor seen anything about it. I was simply given a key by Mr. Foulmunction, and I'm unable to play it because 20 gigs is far too much for me to spend 3 days downloading on my computer. For a beta, I'll only have a few days access to anyways on a game I'm not even sure if I'll particularly care for. Who knows? Maybe it's the best thing since sliced bread. But given this is better than sliced bread, we can all safely assume that it will not be better than this game, and that therefore Foul's a fool. Because he's all hyped for that game. He seems to like multiplayer experiences that involve swords, as I speak, he is playing Warframe. Which I remember playing a bit of Warframe when I was in high school, so I've been told it's changed dramatically since my experience with it, which I can absolutely believe. I played it forever ago. But, yes, I also don't see myself being too terribly keen or interested in going back to it. As multiplayer games generally aren't my thing. And unlike him, the presence of swords and micromanaging does not appeal to me in any sense. He seems to eat that shit up. Let's check that sign. Seems like this is where Linda ran to. By the way, sister, what happened to Bausch? Princess is taking a nap. She's sulky because of you-know-who. Means I can be the absolute rule. Let's go, slaves. Gotcha, brother! I don't even want to start. Unfortunately, there's a cutscene walking us in here, but whatever. Now, then I think this is something Labyrinth? Not entirely sure. Sealed Cave. Well, I'm a fool. Not much of a cave, though. It's really, sort of in a... Well, it's not a pyramid, but it's, I suppose, a ziggurat? I don't know. Tomb? You already have Deep Grave Pit, which would suggest tombness to it. Gee, wherever could it be? Bridge seems to have opened somewhere. You don't say. So these are the doors that, if you examine, open. Not that the game tells you that. Remember, that was a bit of an ASIC the first time I encountered these doors. Oh, there's some trick for, not for fighting these things, but, against Linda and her bears. Damn, son. That was one round. Solid work, team. Proud of you. This is going to be easy. I'm also 6 minutes into this recording, and I really have to pee. That's unfortunate. God. If I were streaming, this would be so much easier. Be like, here's an ad, and go relieve myself. I want to get into streaming. I'll probably be streaming the speedrun, since that's next year's project, and I'll hopefully be living in a place with significantly better internet by then. I'll definitely be living in a different place. There's no way I'm still going to be here in 2019. There's no way I'm going to be here, past much of May, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think I officially move out... I think I graduate the 5th, and my official move-out date's the 7th. So yes, I plan to be long gone by then. The 2019, I mean. Oh, fuck. These things. The leeches aren't that bad, and yes, the leeches are, or, I'm sorry, the seaweed. It's the bedhead walruses I remember being something of an ASIC. Yes, why don't you focus on that? Ari and Bull can focus on the waving seaweed. Apparently Big Bull wants to attack the same one. Yeah, the waving seaweed, if memory serves, has piss-all health. But, yeah, they're very good at dodging. Which, again, I think there's a name for that. See, pretty sure there's a name for that properly, but, I think I talked about this before. Like how a glass cannon is, oops. A glass cannon is, supposed to do a lot of damage, but can't take much of a beating. This is a high dodge build, but, not much defense or health. Rosalind's taking quite a beating. There goes Ari. Champion. You won't see Vermintide have magical shadows. Or maybe it will. Again, I haven't played it. I don't particularly know or care. The only interest I have in Vermintide is that some of my friends play it. I would not play it unless they played it and were like, hey, you should play this. Unlike, say, Overwatch and Killing Floor 2, which I play on my own for fun. Those are two fine examples of multiplayer games that I enjoy on my own. And two very different ones, as Overwatch is PvP, and Killing Floor, while it has a versus mode, I pretty much stick to PvE. I play support, because I like shotguns. I also like Firebug quite a bit. Nathan has mentioned to me he enjoys Berserker because of the moving around in real time during Z time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, never you mind. It's not particularly... I'm not going to take time to explain how Killing Floor 2 works to you. But, Those of you who do know what I'm talking about, you'll appreciate this conversation. Fowl prefers Sharpshooter because he is a boring man. But he's also the kind of man that during skirmishes in Overwatch will attack the other team, even though there is no point in doing so, and you're ruining perfectly good friendships that way. At skirmish time is a time for you to meet up with other people, emote, have voice lines, and put down silly sprays. It's not a time to be murdering. Fowl disagrees, and he is wrong because of it. But we're not here to talk about why Malfunction is wrong, even though he'll never see this, and therefore I can say whatever I want about him. For example, did you know he is willfully and consistently German? No matter how much I advise him against that, he continues to, against my and many other people's advice, be German. It's a bit of a Monty Python reference for those of you in the know. That one didn't die in one hit. That's concerning. Yes, for those of you in the know, I referenced Monty Python slightly there. For those of you not in the know, too bad. You'll never understand that reference or where it comes from. My buddies and I get it. I didn't see what I got from that urn. Didn't catch it in the feedback either. Really my bad at that point. What else can I say about Fowl? There are things I could say about him that are, actually things you would prefer I didn't say, but, oh hey, I need one of those. A Mega Charm. There's an achievement tied to that particular item. Anyone need health? Nah, we're fine. Yes, but, see, I don't want to seriously upset the guy. Not because I'm afraid he'll watch it, but because, as much as I rag on him, he and I are friends. I'm sure he rags on me in some of his videos that I don't watch. Binding of Isaac leaps to mind. He'll probably rag on me a bit there, but, yes. I don't actually want to spill the man's secrets and air his dirty laundry, on my channel. Because that would be rude, and not a friendly thing to do. Willfully and persistently German. I've tried to talk sense into that man, but he just won't see reason. Nothing. My map disagrees. Door is open. As I said, investigating objects, see, it makes the ghosts disappear. It's a good way to, nice cold, reset them. There's also always the tried and true method of saving the game. Which is nice because it restores all my mana as well. I need to develop a pattern here. Because, this dungeon, it's not particularly big. 2 tigers. Oh, there's something assy about these tigers, isn't there? I seem to recall these tigers are a pain in the ass. Can't remember why, though. I think they have a ton of health, is the problem. They hit kind of hard, and they've got, like, an absurd amount of health. They don't hit Rosalind particularly hard, but, make gross noises, too. Yeah, see, that back tiger's taking quite a bit of punishment. It's still going strong. There it goes. They probably do the most damage to Ari or Bull. Ari not having any weaknesses, and Bull being the same affinity as them. Rosalind resists them. So yes, I know dirty secrets about Mr. Munction. That you don't. Ha ha ha. I'm sure... And, you know, someone might be, even if he is watching, might be like, oh, well, fuck you, too, my choice for killing 4-2. Yes, well, I'm sure he can in a video rag on me for picking support because I'm a boring man who just likes his comfortable shotguns and doesn't at all appreciate a challenge or artful gameplay. Just something satisfying about killing big old zombies with an AA-12. Alternatively, he might not care. He might point out I'm a petty jackass for bringing things up like this in the first place and acting like it decides the quality of a person. Which would be an excellent point if we didn't all know I was being facetious. I don't actually think any less of the man because he chooses a different class than I do. I think less of him because he doesn't like this game, but it's really neither here nor there concerning Killing Floor, is it? I like Big Bull's tail. You know, there's something odd about that tail. It's long and ropey. Not what you would expect to... Well, I guess it is kind of like a cow's tail, isn't it? Oh, there's something assy about these guys, too. A warning. You know what? I'm actually gonna flee these guys. The tigers and the walruses, I was like, yeah, go for it. Something about them, my brain is going, nope, don't fight them. Them and a certain collection of gears. Oh, actually. Them and a certain collection of gears are, not my friends. Gears robbed me of like $100,000 and just fucking book it. Not 100,000, 10,000. Still, though, if I can take $10,000 from me and just flee. Because they're a bunch of dickheads. Also occurs to me, I banged on about Killing Floor, and there's a good chance people watching don't know what that is, or if they do know, they haven't experienced it themselves. Probably a greater number of you don't know or particularly care who Foulmunction is. He's appeared on my channel several times, and he's just generally an all-around okay guy. I've appeared on his channel several times. Oh god, Bull! Calm your cows. Early bulls. I don't know, my brain's going, don't fight them either, for whatever reason. I suppose I could have just cast a knight on them and let Rosalind and Bull go to town, but I didn't particularly feel like doing that. Much rather get through this dungeon. Ah, here we go. This dungeon's not particularly difficult. The escapeless abyss is annoying, I think, in terms of difficulty. I think Big Tree Hole isn't the best. I like it. I like the ideas it has going. But, you know, I feel like it's one of those I feel like I like it more than I actually do. Like, whenever I think Big Tree Hole, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a fun dungeon. But, yeah, it's actually just kind of okay. This dungeon's probably my favorite, simply because it's... Oh, good. It's quick, it's out of the way. It's not like it's some big thing. Might as well hit this. Even though I've gotten all the urns, which is quite nice. Oh, I should get that. But I don't know where that is. Although, I've killed all the urns, so it's not like there's anything to bother me in this dungeon anymore, which is nice. I'm free to explore to my heart's content. And I think I will. Mostly for, well, the Mirage Ring. Alright, what do you do? I don't actually know. I'm guessing you are a guard item. Yes. Dodge attacks. Well, I already have the first star badge, which is... No, that's first fight charm. I have the first star badge, which evades attacks and spells. Alright, I might as well give that to Bull, I guess. He's got the first fight charm. But his defense... it's only +1 defense. I have a Mirage thing. Nice. I think Rosalind... It is important to explore properly, because I'm pretty sure Rosalind has either armor or a sword somewhere in this dungeon. Oh, figs. How do I get over there, then? Oh, I must... Surely I must come through here and then over this way. Oh, for God's sakes.